Welcome everybody to another RWD gaming video where we are diving back into a system created by our very own Phillip Maddi, TreasureQuest, a pulpy adventure, action, investigation, dive into crazy stuff, badass game. And I'm going to let him take it away.
Thanks, Baron. Yeah, so this is TreasureQuest, a game in the same theme as Indiana Jones and The Mummy. So we have here 4 players who will each be playing a different profile in this system. 3 of them are returning from session 1, and we have 1 new player, and we'll start introductions with the new player, Justin.
Yeah, hi, Justin Hovland. I work with Philip, and he got me into D&D a while back. I've been doing that, and yeah, I've been interested in this system as well, and I'm glad to be joining you guys for this game. Nothing too incriminating yet. Anything else?
Nope, thanks. Go ahead, Carol.
Hi, I'm Carol. I have the YouTube channel Dunsters and Dragons, which has very little on it, but you know, it is what it is. I'm playing Alice Turk Raleigh, and she is a scholar who thinks rather highly of herself and leaves her husband Harry home to take care of the manor and the children while she gallivants around, proving that she's as good as any man could be anywhere. And she's a premier Egyptologist.
Thanks. Megan?
Hey everyone, I'm Megan. I am one half of the YouTube channel Dice on Ice, and today I will be playing Jack Bennett, the ever talkative, always has a reason or an excuse for everything he says. So I'm excited to get back into it. I'm really digging this system, and so yeah, thanks for having me.
And Baron.
I'm playing Brendan Colburn, the tough as nails, hit you with whatever I got, gun for hire that has somehow bullied my way around and got myself here.
So at last we left the 3 adventurers, Jack, Brendan, and Alice. They were just leaving the British Museum, of where artifacts were recently stolen in the previous night. They have gathered clues and figured out that the perpetrators possibly went down to the docks, and also Jack thought of a contact who may know more information about where these items could be. So I leave it to the 3 of you to decide your next move.
So we left off just outside of the museum, right?
Yeah, it's about 11 a.m. The morning fog has now lifted and transferred to a cloudy sky.
Right, now you two. I might have gotten a contact that might be able to help us, give a little bit of a rundown of what has been going on, but what can I say? She's a feisty one, so she might not be the best or the easiest to get the information out of. She likes a lot of dough, if you know what I mean.
Who doesn't? Money's money, makes the world go round.
You sound like the person who would be right up her alley. Maybe you can lay on some of that charm you so elegantly put on Margaret.
I think you think you're being funny.
I don't just think I know I'm being funny.
Well, you got me there.
Alice just kind of smirks at this byplay. She thinks Jack's funny too.
I kind of think Jack's funny.
But what do you two think?
Well, it would seem that I have less underworld contacts than you at the moment, so perhaps this contact is our best bet, since outside of perhaps what they look like from last night, I doubt we'll get very far.
Yeah, I think we should check into your contact. We need some information.
That sounds great. She and he would look at his watch. Hopefully she's awake at this time. We can usually find her around a bar just I think it's up this way. And he's going to point in some arbitrary direction.
Yeah.
Good.
Sorry. So I was just going to say, so Jack knows that she likes to frequent a bar on the south side of town near the commercial docks. That's where a lot of her contacts will float in and out up to the bar and kind of pass her information. The Rusty Clam.
You guys sure have an on-the-nose naming convention in these parts, don't you? So yeah, if I think Jack would. Well, I don't know if he knows exactly where he's going, so maybe either Brennan or maybe Alice, who kind of live here, would know, or live near here, ish, would know.
Yeah. Why don't you guys go ahead and make a group knowledge check for traveling related information.
Okay, so let me see. I can see I'm actually slightly confused. How many dice do you roll?
So the base number is 1. And then if you have an item that allows you to roll additional dice in this given situation, then you would roll that, and then you check to see if you have any automatic successes from any of your abilities based on your profile.
So I have 5 in knowledge, so I'd roll 5 dice.
You would roll 5. You would try to roll 5 or below.
Okay.
And you would roll 1. Yeah.
So my magnifying glass gives me an additional die when I'm searching for clues. Would that count?
No, this isn't really a clue. You're just trying to figure out how to get to the Rusty Clam, which is in the general that way that Jack pointed to.
All right. Well, I have 1 success then.
Oh, great.
I also have a success.
I got a fail, so
obviously Jack didn't know.
Well, between Alice and who knows the area of London pretty well, although not quite the seedy underparts of South London as well.
I'm actually a little surprised that she would have any idea where that would be, but I guess she knows a little more than I,
You know how to get in that general area And then you have Brennan over here, who has traveled on the bus lines extensively, so he's pretty confident he can get you guys over to that area. And you make your way, no problem. Starts, you guys take one of those double-decker buses, classically, across some drawbridges across the Thames.
How charming.
And as you start to make your way towards the bar, you notice there's a little more soot on the building still. The lamp posts are kind of, they've got broken glass or are also dirty. Refuse on the streets. Things are grungier, and you notice instead of as many families walking around, it's more likely groups of young men trolling about. You guys will kind of recognize this as harder territory, sometimes mob territory, and you kind of got to be careful. The people riding the bus get fewer and fewer as you get closer to your destination, until finally the bus driver stops and lets you guys off and points you towards the bar.
Oh, Jackie is here.
What?
Told you I could get us here.
Ah, right you are. Well, everyone get your game faces on. She likes quick conversation and not much more. So keep it light, keep it quick, to the point. And maybe we'll all get out without maybe a knife wound, scratch, or at the very best, our wallet stolen.
Sounds entertaining.
Not the sort of place I'm used to frequenting, but I'll come along. After all, I'm quite sure I can handle it.
So I think with that, Jack would stride in to this bar, looking for Amelia.
Yeah, you have to hop the rather large puddle that's accumulated in front of the door from the overflowing gutters to go and stand on your tiptoes to open the door, not get your feet soaked. It's a heavy wooden door, and it's a dingy, smoky bar. Several what seem to be fishermen or dock workers, laborers, are drinking at the bar. You see a couple of booths and tables, people drinking at the tables, and then in the back booth, you see, that's just obscured with smoke, you see, illuminated by 3 small candles, Amelia eating fish and chips.
I think Jack would stride up to her, put a hand on her shoulder. How you doing, doll? Long time no see.
Get your grubby hands off me, Jackie boy. Sit down. What are you doing here? I knew you was in town. Didn't expect you to come by. And she'll motion to you and your friends to pile into the seemingly endless booth.
Of course you would know. I wouldn't expect anything less. Let me introduce 2 of my companions here. This is Brennan, and this is Professor Alice.
Yes, Professor Crowley. I know of you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, I'm sure. And Alice is busy looking around, cataloging all the people in various categories in her mind and thinking, that one's lower class and that one's a little shady, and just making all these little thoughts in her head about them.
Well, interesting seeing you here, though, Jackie. Last I heard, you were running into a little trouble back there in the States.
You can see Jack's face immediately pale, and he almost puts a hand up. Well, there's no need to get into that right now. I got other dealings today, other reasons to come here. Now, listen.
Yeah, just watch yourself, and she'll wink at you to a couple guys in the bar, which you'll know means like, hey, she knows those guys are probably with the mob.
Right. Well, so listen. Probably already know there was a robbery at the museum. And if I know you, and if I know these docks, I know that you know everything that goes in and out. And I know that you probably have had a hand, if not more, than in dealing with this this burglary.
Go ahead and make a renown check.
Okay. He has some cash with him. That he is going to kind of so it just says 3 times, right? So I can just tick one down, I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I imagine that he kind of slides his hand, quickly reaches into his pocket, slides his hand across the table towards her, and there's a bit of it actually would be American monies, but okay. So that automatically passes 1 renown obstacle.
Okay, great. She'll take it, look at it, flip through it, take half, and slide half over to what seems like just the smoky table. And she'll say, "Here, I'll let you explain it." And she passes cash over to when you guys all focus on this kind of smoke cloud and weird backing from the booth decor, you realize, oh shit, someone else is in this booth.
Yeah, there was a person already in the booth. You see another lady, young but worldly. Also, I would say fairly attractive. She's got like well, she's got a jacket on. That's one of her items, so that's noticeable. Like a leather jacket. I guess you can't see under the table. And then she's got one earring. That once she speaks up, she kind of pops out of the booth. You don't really know why. You didn't see her before. And she'll kind of look at the money and be like, I guess I've given info for less. She says, and you guys are, what are you looking for again? What's she know about?
Yeah, so
Where this stuff
basically,
went.
you know that some high value items were being moved on the docks, and you know like which ship they would be on, which freighter they would be on, and you know basically that the people you saw 3 people trying to like coordinate with the freighter who you knew, or with the freighter who you don't know much about.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those people was American speaking English, and the other two were like whispering to each other and speaking to him, and then he would be like translating with them.
Okay, and did I know the language that the two were whispering? Or could I tell what it was?
Make a knowledge check.
Okay. That's a 9 over 4, so fail.
No, you wouldn't know what language they were speaking.
Okay. So I'll relay. I'll say, well, I heard enough about what was going on to know that it was some pretty high value stuff. Recently acquired illegal merchandise being loaded onto this freighter. And just a little while past that, we heard about the robbery at the museum, and you put 2 and 2 together. I know where your merchandise is. Would I know the schedule that freighter might be on, or could I have figured that out before I went and came to Amelia, or maybe Amelia found me? Like I want to describe whether the freighter has already departed or if it's still there.
As far as you know, it wasn't scheduled for departure until the early afternoon.
Okay. So yeah, I can attest that the cargo has been loaded into this freighter. I suspect that the people involved are not exactly the nice type, and I have my own suspicions that it might be the mob. I say quietly, so that the mobsters don't hear.
Looking over to Jack and Alice. If it was 2 people whispering, it might have been the Germans we seen last night.
Right, and someone talking for them, that's my good old friend. Oh, the alarm, so. That's my good old friend, Buddy Rogers.
Buddy better be careful before he gets too close to Nazis.
Right, well, we got no time to lose then. Can you lead us to this freight ship? And he's looking at Callista. Or actually, he was being like, sorry, didn't get your name there. I'm Jack.
Name's Callista Cora, but you can call me Callie, handsome.
And he gives you like this, gives you this smile, and he reaches into his back pocket. Well, if you're spending time with Amelia, it seems as though you're probably in need of maybe some people to do some certain things, or not if you want. And I got those contacts, and he's going to flip you his card.
Okay,
or you can just call me for other reasons. And he would like wink.
Who has the highest cunning here?
Mine's 8.
That's higher than mine.
Yep.
Okay, so while you guys are exchanging pleasantries, Callista, you notice that Amelia has like taken her leave. It looks like she went to the bar maybe to go get some more drink, but then you were turning away and you were talking to Jack, and then you look back at the bar and her cup's there, but she's gone.
Right. Yeah. I know that that's out of character for her. So I'll bring that up to the group. I'll say, looks like someone might be onto us already. Amelia's gone. And I'll immediately taste the room, looking to see if I can, I'll look at all of the exits to see if there's anybody shuffling out of the doorway, say somebody with a gag in someone's mouth, to see if I can see which way they went.
Yeah, make a cunning check.
Happened pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
Any BS I can get for this? It's not a puzzle.
Nope.
My cunning's 8, so that's a 4, so success on that. 1 success.
Okay. As you're looking around, you notice that a lot more people start to walk into the door, and they look armed.
Uh-oh. All right, we might want to slip out of here, folks.
Oh,
is there an exit?
Place.
Is there an exit we can beeline for?
As far as you know, there are bathrooms down there, and there's the exit in the front. It's your typical small dive bar. I'll need everyone to roll a d12 initiative.
Do you want to be high or low?
Got 11.
What? I don't know if that's good or not.
I feel like mine's bad in a roll under system.
Unless the initiative is roll over, in which case I'm
okay. 4, 6, 1, and 11. Okay, so the way that I'm doing this is there are 5 men in the bar. There are 4 of you guys. Everyone rolls a d12. And basically, the highest order, it's going to go from highest to lowest for initiative. So, but you guys will get to choose who goes when. So you guys rolled an 11, so a player will go first, and then it'll be a mobster, then a player, then a mobster, then a mobster, then 2 players, then a mobster. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, yeah. A player can act first.
Callista looks up at Brennan and just tries to gauge his mood and what I can tell that he's the brawler, and I don't know what he thinks of this situation, but I want to try to gauge that before Callie does anything.
I'll go first. So, as I kind of recognize, Callie has recognized that we are kind of getting ourselves into a predicament. I feel like there's very hesitation. There's probably a shit-eating grin that kind of passes over Brennan's face, and he's going to turn, and regardless of bystanders or anything, I'm looking at just the 2 guards in between me and the door. or however many guards there are in like my cone. But I'm gonna shoot my shotgun.
Wow, zero to 100.
Okay. So yeah,
Brennan's been out of his element this whole time. Never knew.
Seeing like a clump of 3 of them come through the door, and 2 more who were already at the tables, you can easily get the clump of 3 at the door. Go ahead and roll grit.
And with my shotgun, I get to roll 3 additional die.
Okay, so that's a total of 4 dice that you roll.
And all are successes.
Okay, so you have 4 successful hits, and there are 3 gangsters there. So how do you want to distribute the hits?
I imagine
Like, do you want all on one, or do you want?
I was gonna say,
spread?
I imagine there's like one guy that took point, and he took the brunt of it, and he's gonna take 3, and each of the other 2 are gonna take 1.
Okay, I like that. As you just blow into these guys before they can even reach into their jackets to grab their pistols. You startle them, and the one who's in front that you hit, it seems like he's kind of lost the ability to use one of his arms. You got him pretty good in the shoulder. He cries out. The 2 at the tables, one's going to pull out a pistol and fire at you. Sorry, let me check there. Ooh, and that's 3 successful hits. And then the other one.
Do I lose a single point of HP for each hit?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the other one who's closer is going to break a bottle and then come running at the nearest person, who's going to be Alice, and try to slash her. And that's 1 successful hit. So he kind of slashes you on the arm, Alice.
Alice cries out, like, "Oh, what are you doing? How dare you!" She'd pull out her whip, but obviously there's another monster going before she does.
Well, now it is a player's turn.
Oh, okay. I got the list wrong. Would it make sense for me to take the next turn? You guys up with it? Okay. So yeah, she pulls out her whip and snaps at him, trying to knock the was a gun, right? No, he slashed. Knife?
No, yeah. He broke a bottle on the
Oh,
table.
that's right. I don't know how I could forget. I was listening. She has to snap the bottle out of his hand.
Go ahead and roll 1 grit, and then you get to roll an additional die for a handheld weapon.
All right. Well, they're both failures.
And you snap the whip, and it misses him.
That makes perfect sense. She's no good at these things.
And he looks at you and laughs at you with crooked yellow teeth.
Just like Jack.
And then after a player, the 2 guards who just got grazed by Brennan's shotgun are going to go jump behind the bar. One is going to go jump behind the bar, and the other one is going to fire his pistol at you, Brennan. And that's 2 successful hits. So now it is the 2 remaining players' turn.
Okay. Callie wants to get out of here, and is looking for ways to do that. So are they still blocking the door? Those 2 jumped behind the bar.
One jumped behind the bar, the other one moved out of the doorway to try and fire at Brennan.
Okay. Is there one of them that looks kind of like he's in charge? The group?
Yeah, the one that Brennan tagged pretty good with the shotgun.
Okay. So I don't know in this situation if my earring does anything, because I'm like at the table they're shooting at. Can I slip out and lose myself in the crowd and come up behind that guy?
It's not like a complete stealth. It's like you can observe in the background. It's not.
Yeah, this is active.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well,
you can look for an escape route with a cunning check.
Yeah. So I know that there's the bathrooms and the door. But mechanically, like if I guess I could tell people. So that would be my action, right? To look for that route.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you would get to move also.
Yeah, I feel like I want to. So my movement, I'm gonna pull out my pistol, and like go to get some cover behind a table or the end of the bar or something. But I would like to identify like a way that I can shuffle the party members out to escape.
So yeah, you can.
Because I don't feel good about taking them in a fight.
You can hide behind a booth and make it difficult for them to shoot at you.
Yeah.
And then also you can look for an escape route.
Okay. So cunning check for that?
Yeah.
Okay. 2. So that'll succeed.
Okay. So you can see that you can either like smash a window. The window's big enough that you could smash and get out that way. You also are pretty sure that you can get out maybe through the kitchen. There's usually a back door through the kitchens. And then otherwise, you think that you might be able to fight your way through these guys out to the main street.
Okay. I mean, given my character's traits, I'm gonna like usher, like tell the group like, hey, we need to move out this way, like through the kitchen, and then see what they do.
Okay, and then the last person who hasn't taken any actions is Jack.
As soon as Jack hears that, and he's gonna look to Alice and just shrug, and he's gonna make a break for the kitchen, hopefully trying to kind of dodge out of the way of the attackers, but he is just going for it.
Yeah, I don't think there are any attackers between you and the doorway. So go ahead and make a grit check to sprint to the doorway. unless you're trying to like. How are you going to? It sounded like from your description, you're a full-on sprint towards it. You're not like dipping and ducking and dodging and weaving.
Yeah, no, I think he's just wanting to just get there as quickly as possible, hopefully avoiding any bullets.
Grit check.
Oh boy. No, that's a fail.
So as you are running towards the kitchen door, you just get caught on one of the legs of a chair and you stumble, clattering to the ground with the chair. And so it's going to be like much easier for them to shoot you. Okay. And the guard who hasn't gone yet this turn is, or sorry, not the guard. Dang it, Baron. The gangsta who hasn't gone yet this turn.
Did I say guard?
I think at some point I heard
I
you.
thought
Anyway.
I did. That makes sense. I would say guard.
Anyway, he's a mobster. So you got him good, and he looks up at you, and he's coughing blood, and he he's going to actually assess the battleground and try to see if he can coordinate a plan against you guys. And he cannot, and he's just like coughing and spitting up blood, and he says, get him, and he goes to try and like take cover on the other side of the bar. And it is now a player's turn. So again, now the turn order is jumbled back up. You guys can take the turn order in any way you would like.
I went first last time. If someone else wants to go.
Well, I'm thinking like what Callista might want to do at this point is just like shoot the guy attacking Alice and try to get her a break to run away. If I have a line of sight.
Okay, yeah, so you want to, I mean, you just like hopped on the other side of the booth.
Yeah, I just want to kind of pop up and go, pop, shoot at him.
All right, make a grit check with your...
Okay, my grit's only 4. I get 2 additional die for the pistol, but we'll see. 2 hits.
All right.
Like one of them's a 1, one's a 12, and then a 2. So got the range. And then I'm gonna drop back behind my cover and be like, motioning to Jack, come on.
Okay, so now 2 gangsters, and it's going to be the one is going to pop up from behind the counter and try to shoot at Jack. And that's 3 successful hits on you, Jack. And then the other one with the broken bottle is going to bum rush you, Hovland. And it's going to be difficult since you're like holed up in a booth, so he gets 1 less die. And just barely misses you. It like grapples with you and can't get you, but leaves Alice free.
Cool. Good.
And now it is a player's turn.
I think if Alice is free, it is probably her chance to head towards the kitchens of ways. And perhaps now if I find cover, is that part of the movement or is that an action?
That is an action.
So if she
So
could,
I should also specify you can, instead of an action, do another movement. So you could like double move.
okay. How far do you go with a movement? Or is that
Near.
near? Okay.
You
That
you
sounds,
know about
like you know a thumb.
yeah, like across a small dive bar, perchance.
So like with a double action, she might be able to get to the door, the kitchen door.
So I would say with one action you could get to the door between the bar and the kitchen, and then in another action you could get through the kitchen to the door to the outside.
Well,
Or you
Alex,
could pick up a chair. Well, no, you didn't see that option.
I would keep my my whip. I mean, that's my cool whip. Maybe I'm not very good with it, but it's my cool whip. And I fancy myself
Cool
as
whip.
like the Indiana Jones, you know, with my hat and my whip, and you know, not she's thinking Indiana Jones specifically, but you know, quite the Egyptologist with her neat things. So she gets over by the door and she takes her whip and she's gonna crack her whip at the closest gangsta, just because she thinks it's gonna be useful. What can I say?
All right, yeah, there's a couple that are out by the chairs that have been firing their pistols at Brendan. There's the one that bum rushed Callie also. Those are, and then there's the kind of leader guy and the guy behind the bar. So
Can she reach the one that bum rushed Callie?
yes,
That's the one with the broken bottle, right?
yes.
Yeah, she's mad at him, so she's gonna try to hit him.
So how do you want to hit him? Do you want to like whip him, or are you going to like try and wrap the whip around his leg and pull him? Like, what's your
Well, that sounds like that would be really
goal?
cool. But like she's gonna grab that leg and give him a jerk. So
that would be a cunning rather than a
cunning.
grit.
Oh, okay. That's
Just
actually
to
slightly
try
better.
and very, like spice
Yeah.
things up.
Okay. Do I get to use the one die for the whip when attacking still?
Yes.
Perfect. So I have one success and one failure.
Okay. So you're able to. So yeah, that goes towards his health. Actually, that one success against him.
It actually scratches his leg.
It jostles him, so now he's off put and not as resilient. He's exposed. Now two mobsters. It's going to be the two on the floor who fired at Brennan. One is going to fire at you, Alice, and the other one's going to continue firing at Brennan. So the one that fired at you, Alice, has 2 successes, and the one firing at you, Brennan, also has 2 successes.
I believe it's 2 player characters' turns then.
It is now 2 player character turns.
Who hasn't made it through the door?
So
Jack.
I don't think Jack's gone this turn, or you.
Jack, go ahead.
I'm also not through the door, but I'm like kind of grappling with the one with the broken bottle.
Okay.
But I'm hanging out.
You moved this turn, didn't you, Callie? You fired.
I stood up to fire, but then I was just, I kind of hid back down. I didn't go through the door.
Yeah, exactly.
Jack, go ahead.
Okay. Jack is going to. He is lying on the floor right now. He is going to use his action to get up and make another dash for the kitchen, but this time I think being a little bit more careful in his path.
Yeah,
to
go
get
ahead
there.
and do a cunning check.
Right, that is a success. Same as a
Great.
success, right? If it's the same?
Yes, the
Oh, yeah,
same
okay.
or lower is a success.
Okay.
So you're able to make your way to the inside of the kitchen, no problem. You are out of firing range. It would be pretty impossible for one of them to hit you.
Is there anyone else in the kitchen? Or not yet?
You see a cook in the kitchen, and you also see the door open.
He just kind of
leading
gives
to-
this half wave. He's like breathing hard. He gives this half wave to the cook. How you doing? Good day.
He looks at you and just, like this seems pretty normal to him. Okay, Brendan.
I'm going to turn. Am I within melee range of the one that Kelly?
Yeah, the one that's grappling with Callie.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're in like a booth adjacent to you.
I'm gonna punch that guy.
Okay. Go ahead and use a grit.
One success for my boxer ability.
All right.
And a 2 on the die. So 2 successes.
So describe how you knock him out.
He's just not looking at me at all, and it's kind of like just out of his peripheral, my fist hits him in the jaw, and it gets him just right to slump him out in this booth. And I'll kind of like gesture to Callie, and I'm gonna move towards the kitchen.
Okay. You're able to make your way towards the door, but you're going to be like exposed unless you try to dash to the door, which would be difficult. That would require a skill check. Like, you're just kind of nonchalant.
Yeah. Can I do that in a turn, having attacked?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna try and dash over there.
Okay, so go ahead and make a grit check, and it's going to require, no, just one. Sorry.
I got an 8 over 9.
So that is a success.
Yes.
You just like barrel through these tables and chairs, making your way to the door, but not on the inside.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
The mobster who you tagged pretty hard, you guys are now kind of like, it's like an L-shaped bar, and you guys are going across back through to the kitchen, and he's on like the other side of the small part of the L, and so he can see you guys, and he's pretty far, and so he's gonna like limp on the bar, quickly grab a bottle, take a swig, and then he's gonna say, "After him!" and then run out the front of the door. And now it is a player's turn. Back at the top of the order. Anyone can go first.
So Jack is running at this point out the kitchen and out.
Yeah, so you're able to make your way through the kitchen, no problem with your movement. And when you are outside, go ahead and make a cunning check for me.
Okay. That is a success.
Okay, so outside, you enter into an alleyway, and you can see on one side of the alleyway, there's like, you can hear the voice of the mob leader yelling, and he's like getting into a car, and you can hear like tires screeching and other people coming. And then to your right, you can see on the other side of the alleyway that it's clear over there.
Okay. He is definitely then making a beeline to the right, where it is clear.
Okay, so you're running towards the road that's clear.
Yes.
Okay. So now it's going to be 2 mobsters. Nope, one of them's dead. So the guy behind the bar is left, and the 2 guys in the table are left, or like in the table area are left. The guy behind the bar is going to shoot you, Brennan. And that's only 1 success. And he goes and he's firing, and after he gets 1 hit on you, he keeps firing, and his gun click, 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 and he now has to reload after 3 rounds of firing for a pistol. And then one of the guys from the table area is going to try and knock Alice on the head, because she's still there, right? Yeah. You just tried to win.
Yeah, she's right at the door, ready
Okay.
to dart out when her turn comes. But obviously, she's gonna have to face the music first.
Yeah, so he's gonna try to knock you on the head with or crush your back with a chair.
Lovely.
2 successes. As he breaks a chair across your back, Alice.
Ow! So that's 2 hit points.
2. Yeah.
Oh, I'm still up and moving.
And it's a player's turn.
You guys mind if I get out of here? Alice has had enough, and I think she wants to just jet out of there.
Yeah.
Take off through the kitchen and out the back door towards wherever Jack was heading. She's Jack heading down the street, I'm sure, or the alley.
So you can make your way to the kitchen and through the kitchen into the alleyway.
Yeah, because I was at the door to the kitchen, so I would just be going through it.
Oh wait, you were at the door to the kitchen?
Yeah, that's where I ended
Sorry,
the last turn. Was right at the door.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So you'll be able to make your way through the kitchen, and you'll see Jack at
I'll see the back end of Jack over there.
So you're just in the alleyway.
Yes.
And see Jack. Jack's ahead of you. And then the 2 remaining, or wait, there's 1 remaining gangster who can go, and he was the one left in the tables. So who's left in the room? Callie and Brennan? And Brennan, you are at the door to the kitchen, and Callie, you are still behind the booth.
I guess so. I kind of thought I was trying to make my way to hide behind the end of the bar, but I don't know how far I really made it. Maybe I'm just behind a booth.
Yeah, I think it's just because you went first the last round and you're going last this round, so like a lot of stuff has happened since you've.
I'm like watching to make sure that they get out. Kind of is what I'm doing. I'm like playing defense in a way.
Yeah, well, the guy who's remaining, the other guy who didn't attack Alice, but the guy behind the bar who fired at you, he stayed. So the guy remaining in the table area is going to fire at you, Brennan, which is 2 successes, and he's also going to like make his way to the door, the front door. And now it is 2 players' turn.
Okay, so I feel like I would have some understanding of the mob and what they do to people. Like I hear cars outside, right? Like the guy said, "Get him," and then now we're hearing cars. So I'm kind of thinking I don't want them to get in their cars. But so the guy running for the door, he's not injured, right? Or he took 1 hit from Brennan. What happened to the guy that I shot once? He was the one with the bottle.
Yeah, he's
still
dead. Brennan knocked his
hit
ass
him?
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's
After his leg got like tied up by Alice, and then Brennan knocked his ass out. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a guy at one of the 2 that are in here that is more injured that I could tell? That took
So there's the guy who made his way to the door just got with the shotgun. The guy who is the guy who picked up the chair and tried to smash Alice in the back.
Yeah.
Did smash Alice in the back with it.
Yeah.
Close to Brennan. He also got grazed by the shotgun with Brennan.
They're both grazed. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's still the guy behind the bar also, and the guy behind the bar has not taken any damage. He was smart. He jumped behind the bar. He's just been popping out and shooting you guys.
Yeah. I try to like, I don't know. Can I see Brennan?
Yes, he is on the inside of he's on the like bar side of the kitchen bar door.
Yeah.
And he has yet to move this round as well.
I presume he'll get another shot. So I'm like, I don't know. I say something to the effect of cover me because I need to get to that door. So I want to shoot at the guy like closer to me in the bar while I make my way to Brennan. So I feel like that's as far as I can move.
Yeah, you can shoot at him and then move to the inside of the door just where Brennan is. Go for it.
Yeah. So while I'm running, I just like fire wildly, like without even looking at where I'm shooting, and I hit nothing.
Okay. All right. Now it is Brennan's turn.
I am going to go out into the alley. I'm going to make it through the kitchen first. How much health does morphine give you back?
So yeah, you can make it into the alleyway, and then you're not going to really know who's going where, but you can use your morphine pack.
Well, I have 2 health left, so.
Okay. Let me look at the items. What does it say here? Did I change that to something? Oh no, there it is. Regain 3 health.
All right, I can get shot one more time. All right. All right. All right.
Okay, so you are patching up in the
Yeah, you just see me kind of
alley.
like flick this needle and
You burst through the doors. Alice sees you coming out. Alice sees which way Jack's running, and then Callie, you are just inside the door, so you're still in there. So now it's the top of the turn order. And
I keep running.
yeah, are you going to go first?
If nobody objects, I don't want to get shot at 3 times. So
Through the door, out
yeah,
to
I
the
feel like
alleyway.
everybody's through the kitchen. Yeah, I'm gonna run.
Out to the alleyway.
The
Okay.
alleyway. Yeah.
And then once you get out in the alleyway, what would you like to do?
I would like to kind of case the alleyway. I get out there, I see Jack and Alice running down kind of to the left. And I want to try and tell them, like yell out to them, like where to go, basically. I want to see somewhere where we can collectively not get like machine gunned down from cars.
Okay, so yeah, use either a knowledge or a cunning.
That'll be cunning. 12. So
Okay,
I get out there
so
and I'm like, I haven't been shot at in a while. I'm flustered. So I just keep running. I follow him.
you can tell them, watch out for the mob with the guns.
Yeah. Helpful. That's what I'll do.
Yeah. And it is now 2 of the mob's turn. And there were 2 left in there close to the door. So they are going to go, one is going to go through the kitchen and see into the kitchen, and he can see Brennan and Alice and you all kind of congregated around the door. But oh yeah, this is the guy who used the chair. So his gun, he doesn't need to reload yet. He still has bullets. So he's going to go ahead and fire. And the last person through the door was you, Callie. So he's going to fire at you. And that's 1 success. As a bullet just kind of, grazes you through the door. And then the other guy who was behind the bar is going to reload and then come into the kitchen with a fully loaded pistol. And now it is a player's turn.
so one of my items is a car. Could I use that item right now?
Your car is waiting for you in Luxor, as per your request.
Damn it. That's what it was. I should have wrote that down. I'm writing that down.
Not much of a deus ex machina at this point, is it?
Feel free to try to use other things besides weapons to get your way out of this. It doesn't have to be just firing and fighting. You can try to make a Molotov cocktail and throw it at them, or trip them up with the chair by throwing it at their feet. I think.
So
Keep that in mind.
we're like in the alley, most all of us.
Yep, you're in the alley being fired upon from the kitchen, and you saw Jack run one way.
And I'm behind Jack, but the other people, me. So, I can't very well be throwing trash. That won't help anybody.
Carol, you're coming in a little robot-y there for a second. I didn't hear what you said.
Is it getting weird again? I don't know if I can fix it or not. I'll try. No, I'm not sure what the deal is.
I think it looks more like an internet connection than headphones.
I'm
me
afraid
anyway.
it is. We've been having trouble with it since we started having major snowstorms over here, and wind and stuff. It's been kind of on and off for the last week. It did fix
It's okay
the
right now.
major short in my file. Okay.
So is Alice gonna go, or is someone?
I'll wait and let someone else go before Alice. Maybe someone who needs to get farther away from the kitchen.
Can we like wedge something in the door to keep it shut, or is there somebody in the door trying to get out?
No, no one is in the door trying to get out. You could definitely try to use cunning to like blockade the door.
All right. Well, look, pal, I'm not trying to be cunning about it.
Well, I think that it's like a pretty cerebral thing to blockade the door. I would say that's more of a trick maneuver than a.
You are the game master. Oh, great and powerful.
I would say breaking down a door would be grit, but trying to prevent.
Oh, I didn't say I was going to use grit.
Okay, well, make the case. What would you like to use?
How about my knowledge of doors and how they work?
Sure.
All right, I like that one a little better. Still a failure. 10 over 5.
Yeah, so you go to like start moving a dumpster or a trash can in front of the door, but then see that it's a two-way door. It swings both ways, so it's like,
Oh,
okay.
so I look like a dumbass.
But you noticed it before anyone else did.
Yeah, fair. Sorry, guys. I think that probably uses up both my action and my movement.
Mm-hmm. So now, let's see. 2 players have gone, right? Brennan and Callie this round. Is that correct? Yes, okay. So now it is the mobster's turn. So one is going to go and like open the kitchen door, and the other one is going to fire at you right as you're like, trying to move this, or right as you're moving the garbage cans. So it's going to be difficult for him to get you. But one success as he fires out the door towards you. And now it is 2 players' turns.
So Jack is already a bit down the alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to keep running until he gets onto the road and then kind of look both ways. And he's going to try and see if he can see maybe a taxi, or I don't know if they would be around.
Yeah, exactly. So you go to the end of you're at the end of the alleyway. So right now you, as a first action, can like assess the scene, and then as a move action, move to wherever the assessment leads you.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a cunning, and if you have anything for, I don't know if you have anything for like finding escape routes, or if that's later on for someone else. Sorry, that must be someone else.
Yeah, he does have that old telescope that Dr. Sudbury gave, which if he looks through it, he can see the next objective, which would be surviving, I think.
Yeah, I would say the next objective is finding. Yeah. If
Safety.
you look through that as an action, then I'll tell you what you see.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, he is going to, he kind of stutters a bit, he pauses, and for some reason he feels the weight of this old telescope in his pocket, and he pulls it out, and he looks like a total doofus, just like has this telescope, and he's gonna look through it.
Perfect. So you look through this telescope, and it's kind of weird as it's like automatically adjusting to the depth of the close proximity, but you are able to see that it kind of like focuses in first in on some bikes, and then maybe like a bus stop, and you see like a bus kind of in the distance that's driving away, and then you keep looking, and then you see like a car that looks like maybe it would fit all four of you, and then you also see a truck with like some crates in the back.
All right. Is the truck moving with the crates?
No, none of these besides like the bus. The bikes are empty. The car is parked on the side of the road, and the truck is also like looks like it's recently been unloaded or is in the process of being unloaded. You don't see where the driver is, but
is it, can I see if it's running, or probably not?
You would be able to tell if it was running, like seeing the vibration of the exhaust pipe. So it's not running, but the window's down.
Okay. He's gonna start heading towards the truck then.
Okay.
That's
And you
gonna be his
move
movement.
towards the truck.
Yeah.
Who's the last person who has not gone? Alice?
Yeah, I think that's me. Oh golly. Is there? Oh, look at the stat. Here's see what I figure out. If she like takes a moment to investigate the things around her, she'd be able to tell if she could line back and interfere with the goons without hitting her friends.
Yeah, you can definitely.
And roll that as a knowledge?
Yeah, you can definitely roll that as knowledge.
Perfect. And that would be a success.
Okay, so basically, you don't know mob tactics so well, but you do know biology, and you know how predators hunt prey. These are intelligent predators. They just got you into a very narrow opening. You're pretty sure that you guys are going to be attacked if you remain in the alleyway, like very soon. That's what your investigation leads you to. Classic technique, and you expect, or you're also surprised that Jack has not been taken out where he is.
Out in front. So just going to attempt to get to up where Jack is, or as close, so that she needs to get together with her
Yeah,
for
you can run.
friends, because in this situation, be as a herd, as a group to help each other. So she's just going to keep running towards Jack to bring that together, calling everybody, come along, let's get together.
Yes, that is smart. So you are able to make it to the end of the alleyway, and you see Jack running to a truck. And as you do that, Callie and Brennan are still at the door. They turn your way, and they start to move to you. And you can, when you look back, you can see past them, and you see one of the mobsters who has come with a machine gun at the end of the alley opposite of you, and he starts firing into the alley, trying to just hit both Brennan and Callie.
Did she yell anything good?
You can yell whatever you want.
Okay, good. And guys,
Callie, you will take 2 hits, and Brennan, you will take 1.
How you looking, Brennan? Is that the end of that initiative round?
That is the end of that initiative round.
I'm not looking too good.
Are there any machines out here in the alley? Of any
There are
kind?
no, there
like
are no
I'm looking for,
machines
like a
in the
motorcycle
alley.
or something like that.
No, there are no machines in the alley. You know that there are machines by the canal. There are machines in
Yeah.
workhouses, but not here.
How about anything obstructive, like a dumpster that I could pull to block off that machine gun? Or does he
Absolutely.
have okay.
There's a dumpster. There's probably rusty fire escapes.
Okay, yeah.
There's crumbling buildings. I don't know.
I'd
Think
like
alleyway stuff.
to see something basically big and heavy, like go to a dumpster and figure out a way to um unpin something and swing it out without it being I have to move the whole thing, or maybe it's a fire escape, but or something that'll kind of block the alleyway from fire, without it being like a brute force operation. I want to figure out a mechanism within here. If I can use my
you
cunning.
you can use cunning to try to find something to obscure your retreat.
Okay, here it goes. And I guess that would mean I'm acting first.
Yes.
Brennan, do you want to run away so you don't get killed?
Chances are he won't get 3 successes, so I think I should be fine for the first one.
Okay, so I get 4 over 8 to bring something down into the alleyway between us and the machine gun guy.
Okay, yeah, you've obscured the vision of the machine gunnist so that it would be difficult for him to hit either of you.
And then if I have movement after that, I want to make my way down the alley as far as I can get with one move.
Yeah, so you can make it to the end of the alley where Alice is.
Cool.
Cool. So on the other side where Jack and Alice and now Callie are, you guys see a couple you see a car with some guys with guns hanging out of the window, starting to come down the lane, but they don't make it to you. And one of the guys from the kitchen is able to make it out into the alleyway, and he is going to fire at you guys. Also difficult to shoot you since you're obscured. And he's going to fire at the closest one, who's Brennan. And that's 2 hits on Brennan. It is now a player's turn.
All right, now I'm gonna run.
Yeah. So if you do no actions, you can make it to the end of the alley and then to the truck where Jack is.
Yeah, I'm hopping in the truck.
Okay, cool. So you can make it to the truck, but you're not yet in it. You're like moving ridiculously fast and leaving trails of blood behind you. Okay, now the one gangster is going to fire his machine gun. And it's going to be very unlikely that he hits anyone all the way down the alleyway that's been obscured. There are only 2 people there, Callie and Alice, and Callie was the last person to go. So he's at -2, and he is just spraying, and he actually hits his partner and also is able to hit you with a random stray bullet, Callie.
1 hit.
1 hit.
No problem.
But he dings his compatriot as well. And now it is 2 players' turn.
So Jack is going to head for the truck, and I assume that he's able to get to it.
Yeah, you're at the truck. So at this point, you can like assess if you have to like break into it or anything like that.
You said that the window was down, right?
The window's down, so you can climb in it, which would be like a movement and then assess, or you can assess first, and then based on that assessment, you might be able to do some different movement.
I think he's going to kind of quickly assess first, maybe to see if there's like maybe any keys.
Yep, go ahead and roll a cunning.
Okay. Ooh, that is just a pass.
Great. Yeah, you see that the keys are in the ignition. The door seems to be unlocked. You can hop right in, start it up.
Oh, perfect. Then yeah, he's going to do that.
Yeah, so you hop in and start it up, and are like getting your everything prepped. You're like, taking the e-brake off and like checking the double clutch and everything.
Yep.
Who's the last person who hasn't moved?
Would Alice then be able to get to the truck and climb in the passenger side?
Yep.
She was pretty close to Jack.
Yeah, you're already in the alleyway, so as your 2 movement, you can go up and climb into the cab of the truck. The cab of the truck could fit 3 adults. It will be a little cramped if you do that. And then there are crates in the back, and it's like wooden slats keeping this in like kind of big tires. It's a...
Oh, so it's got like the sidewalls made out of something? Is that what you're
Yeah,
describing?
exactly. Sidewall,
And then it's
wooden
got
flat
tires in it?
sidewalls. Yeah.
Okay. So let's get the others. they can jump in the back and we can get out of here.
And so, as you are climbing in, we're just basically going to have it cinematically be everyone starts piling in. Who wants to be where in the truck? The driver obviously is Jack. Alice is in the passenger seat. Between Brennan and Callie. Brennan, I thought I heard you were going to hop in the back.
Yeah, I'm in bad shape, so I need to lay down.
So you're laying down in the back, and then Callie, where are you going to go?
I mean, I can scooch in and let you in the front, or you can hop.
Yeah, I mean,
my
my instinct is just to hop in the front. I mean, I don't think I have any kind of medicinal gear or anything because I'd like to hop in the back and try to administer some kind of help to Brennan, but I'm not sure if I have that capability because I don't have any items that do that. So
yeah, otherwise
I'll probably get on the passenger side, by the window, so I can lean out the window and shoot.
Yeah, and I'll slide into the middle then. But yeah, is there anything one can do to help someone with their health if you don't have an item?
If you don't have an item, then there's not much you can do. You can try to take them to a hospital. You can stabilize them, but he's not in a condition where he needs to be stabilized. He's just beat up. He's bloody. He kind of just needs rest.
Right. Well, I think all of us are a little beat up.
Yeah, definitely. So, Jack, you are in the driver's seat of this produce delivery truck or something like that. Your new friend Callie is hanging out the side, or is in the passenger seat, kind of hanging out the window. Alice is in the middle with you, and you hear the just thud as the giantness of Brennan just crashes down, and he's sprawled out, and you can hear him coughing.
Yeah, as soon as he hears that slam against the back of the truck, he is just gonna gun it down the street.
Great. And before you do that, we're gonna take our break. 10-minute break as you gun it. And
Perfect.
You see in the rear view mirror a car and then two motorcycles trailing it, coming behind it.
I could just slide sideways around the corner with a couple tires falling out the back.
Can I reload in this scenario mechanically?
And
did you say?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah. Sorry, I just also the item thing says 7 shots for a pistol, or is it 3?
So I'm gonna change it from shots to just rounds of firing.
Okay.
Because the shots make it weird.
Yeah. So 3 rounds of firing.
Yes.
So I would need to reload. So anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Break time.
Yep. 10-minute break. Be back. Thanks. Damn, I wanted to kill you, Baron.
I figured as much. I was close.
Yeah, it's a good thing you had that morphine.
Right.
You told me, man, you were like, there's no battles in this round. I want a battle.
I didn't even
Okay.
say that at all.
I swear I heard it.
I just
Well, you made it pretty clear by just taking out your shotgun immediately, and when those guys came through.
it worked out.
Yeah.
We got away.
Well, we're getting away, maybe.
We got away.
Now for a good old chase scene down the Britain's streets.
You can't have a classic pulpy movie without a great car chase scene.
With a overly stupid truck that the protagonists are driving.
That truck's got a ton of health. It's a tank, man. It could be a good decision.
That's why he went for it instead of the car. He can ram stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, so in that items document, I can send a link again to everyone real quick. There is horse/bicycle, motorcycle, car, and tank. And so you guys are in basically the equivalent of a tank. But actually, I'm going to copy this. But you're going to get 3 additional dice when in a chase as a truck.
So does that mean, like, if I hang out and fire my pistol, I get, like, because I get 2 additional dice because of my pistol. So do I get 5 or 6 dice then? What's...
So in a chase means, so we are going to do like some modified chase mechanics. There are going to be different environments that you guys go through. And in each of those environments, I will tell you how many vehicle successes you need to have. A vehicle success, anyone can perform a check to get a vehicle success. You just have to describe to me how you are helping the vehicle succeed through this environment. The rest of you are free to perform other actions. So, how we will start is Jack guns it, the tires kind of squeal out, and you guys are bumping along this almost cobblestone path, and you make your way to the crossroads, and you can see opening up in front of you is a park with some paths, like a small bridge, trees, mostly open grassy area. This is going to require 1 vehicle success to successfully maneuver through the park. Behind you guys, in pursuit, is a car and 2 motorcycles. The motorcycles have 2 people riding on them, and the car has a driver. It's like topless. It's a convertible. So it's a driver and a couple people in the back seat. So you guys will get to go first as a car, as an entire truck.
So Jack is driving, and he's gonna go through the park, I guess, and then just start weaving through the trees on the paths, trying not to hit people.
And so are you rolling 4 dice then? Because you get 3 extra for the truck. Is that how I understand it, Maddie?
Yeah, 3 extra for the truck.
Okay.
And then you can, if you're just trying to like not hit anyone, I will say that's going to be a knowledge or a cunning.
Okay. Probably cunning, just because he is going on full reptilian brain at this point and just going out of reaction.
Yeah, doing a lot of honking.
Yeah. So that would be 4 dice then?
Yes.
Okay. That's total of 2 successes.
Okay. So for all intents and purposes, you're able to make it through the nice park, no problem, without hitting anyone. What would the other 3 of you like to do?
I feel like I'm going to be leaning out the window shooting at people.
Okay. So you want to lean out the window and shoot back towards the car or the bikes?
I mean, the bikes have exposed people, so probably one of the bikes, I guess. Especially if they're closer, maybe whichever one's closer.
The car is closer right now.
Is there anybody leaning out of the car?
Yeah, you can. It's a convertible. You can try to shoot someone in the car.
Oh yeah.
Although it would be difficult to hit them.
Yeah. Well,
so -1.
I gotta try. So I've got a gun, so that's +2, so -1.
Yep.
So I'll roll 2 dice at my astonishing grit of 4. It's 1 hit.
Okay. 1 hit at the car. Sorry, guys. I say bike. I mean motorcycle.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Not bicycle.
You mean to tell me that these gangsters are not pedaling ferociously to keep up with us?
With someone on the pegs.
Yeah. With a machine gun. The one guy is absolutely deaf.
Okay, so Brennan and Alice, what would you guys like to do?
I'm going to spark up a cigarette and lean up from the back. And did we get a reload? Was that determined?
You can reload now.
All right, well, I'm going to use...
But if you're not moving anywhere, I mean, I think that's fine.
Yeah, I technically needed to reload too. So
yeah, that's fine.
I'm saying like as we were approaching the park, I was like,
you're reloading, no problem.
Okay, then I'm gonna lean up, kind of like out of the back with the shotgun, maybe even like put it on the back and try and shoot this convertible.
Okay.
Boy, another 4 successes. Plus I'm smoking cigarettes, which gives me an automatic success on a grit.
So you just got 5 successes?
Yes.
Damn. And what did you hit it with? Your shotgun?
Yep.
So you just like blow a whole fender and tire to smithereens, and they're just like rolling, on 3 tires and 1 tireless rim, but trying to like make its way through the park. And Alice. I can't hear you if you're muted.
Sorry. I'm going to use my knowledge and my understanding of how the land go help, if I can, Jack, to keep from driving into us down or causes difficulty. Because I don't really have much else I can
You can
do.
You can use your knowledge of like this park, so like some tricky ways to go, and
turn here, go there.
Yeah, so you will make it difficult for the enemy to fire on you guys. Like it'll be difficult. Things will be difficult for them.
So it's a 1 success on that.
Okay. Yep. So
I find a path so that we don't.
And you guys are going
a little harder for them.
Like, yeah. Jack hesitantly approaches a bridge, and you're like, "No, you'll make it, no problem." And you do, but you hear a lot of creaking. Okay, so the car and the people on the motorcycles are going to try to fire on your truck and make things difficult for you guys. So first, the 2 motorcycles are going to come in. One guy is going to fire on you guys, trying to hit the tires, and that is 3 successes. So what I'm going to need is I'm going to need one of you guys to track the health of the truck. So this won't impact your health until the health of the truck is done.
I can do it. What is the health?
So it starts at 25.
And that just did 3?
That just did 3.
Okay.
So like maybe your radiator's leaking and got a hole in a tire or something. And the other bike is going to try to come and pull up beside you so that the guy can climb onto the back. So they're going to perform like a grit check. And it's difficult for them. So, sorry, I got to re-roll that. This one. And they go up, but are unable. You got have expert driving by Jack as you like weave really close to a tree on the side. They're trying to approach you, and they have to like swerve off. And then the people in the car are going to open fire, dealing another 3 damage. And they will. Yep. And so you emerge from the park with bits of bush and tree kind of sticking out of your truck and mud all over the tires. And you come out right near one of the roads that runs right along the Thames. And so it's a pretty crowded street. You can see other trucks, cars, taxis, pedestrians, all littering the streets. You are going to require 2 vehicle successes to successfully navigate through the crowded streets here. So again, you guys can go in like any order trying to complete vehicle successes.
So I think that Jack is going to be just moving the wheel so aggressively, trying to avoid the pedestrians, also heeding Alice's commands of turn here, go this way, and just trying to do his best to make a as difficult as possible path to follow.
Yeah, so this is like technical, precise driving. I'll say that this is knowledge.
Okay.
Does a vehicle like this count as a machine?
Yes.
Okay.
Nope, that one rolled off.
I wonder if I should like get into try to like, is there a way? I can't really help drive from the passenger seat, I feel like, but I feel like I would try to like, I don't know.
You
I
can
get,
help remove obstacles, but we can get to that. What's the, just a second, what's the result, Megan?
I got 1 success.
Okay, so 1 success. So someone else now needs to try and help get the vehicle through the crowded streets.
yeah. So okay. My argument is I have a machinist trait, and so that's 1 success operating a machine. I don't know if I'm considered to be operating this, so I don't know if I can use machinist.
I would say you're not operating
Yeah.
the machine as far as a driving sense, but if
Right.
there was some other way that
Yeah.
you could help with the operation of the machine, then I would likely give it to you.
So in that case, I'd try to leverage cunning somehow to so what so we're facing like a narrow pathway.
Yeah.
With like
it's
steps in the way.
It's a crowded, busy street. So I would say state your goal and then describe
Basically,
how you would like to try and achieve it, and I'll tell you which ability to roll.
okay. Boy, I could deceive them. No. I mean, I want to clear the way, basically. Or maybe like identify an escape route. So like, okay, I see that this way is kind of blocked up. Is there another alleyway that we could tuck down real quick?
Perfect.
That's 8 over 8. Is that a success?
That is a success. Okay. So you have successfully identified a side alleyway path that will be faster.
Okay.
And that's the second objective needed to complete the crowded street. So now Alice and Brennan, you are free to assist in any other ways you can imagine.
So are we headed for a doctor or something? I think Alice would be like, Jack, I think we need to get this guys to the doctors. I'm not doing too good myself. I think I know where there's a hospital near here, and I would like to, if Jack is willing to go to a hospital. Where we are to see if where there's a hospital to see if I could help us get to a hospital easily or promptly.
Okay,
Jack?
Go ahead and you can roll a knowledge to determine what you would to determine how to get to the nearest hospital.
Okay. Are Jack and Callie on with that? I can't really talk to Brennan. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Alice. We'd be nothing without our muscle back there.
Yeah, well, I don't think any of us came out of that unscathed. And I rolled an 8 out of 10, so I quickly give him directions. If we go down to 5th Street here and turn left, and then we go a few more blocks and turn right, I think that'll get us there.
Squealing of tires.
Great.
I still
And
need a crate
Brennan?
of chickens in the back to squawk every time we do that. Feathers going.
Yep, exactly.
We got Brennan for that.
Yeah.
Brennan's doing the squawking.
So that just leaves me, I believe. Is there any way that I could like come up? I would like to like push like a tire out of the back here, so it kind of like bounces in their direction.
Yeah, definitely. Do a you want to, what's your objective in it bouncing?
Divert them from the correct path, the safe path. You said this was a higher population or obstacle, so just to make things harder for them to navigate.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, go ahead and do a grit check.
Do cigarettes only last for one thing?
Yes,
Okay.
one thing.
I got a success.
All right, so you're able to,
I got a 9 over 9, but
yeah,
success.
you're able to bounce the tire, and one of the motorcyclists has to like weave and like go over some rough terrain to just barely miss hitting the tire. Okay. Now the cars and bikes. The bikes are going to try, or the car actually is going to try and cut you off
No.
from the alleyway because they don't really care about hitting people. So they're going to take some damage to do that, but they're going to try. The car is. And that is 3 successes. So basically, that is just the equivalent of 3 health to your truck. The bikes are both going to, or one guy is again going to try to approach you now that you're slowed down in a crowded street to try and mount your truck, but he's going to come up on the side that Callie is hanging out, and he actually wants to try and like pull Callie out of the truck.
Wonderful. Put it forward.
And that is 2 more successes on the truck. And then the last bike is just going to like weave through all of this traffic to come and try to shoot off some of the mirrors on the truck. And that's 1 success. So now the truck is entering this narrow, tight alleyway, and you are coming to, you can see down, there's some roads like splitting it up, but they're pretty small roads. None of them are like major freeways. So you can continue following this alleyway down a little bit, or you can try to move off to the main roads. But either way, you're going to have to achieve 2 more vehicle successes to carefully navigate through these alleyways.
All right. I would like, with all of my grand knowledge of everything, to use my knowledge of history to know if any of these roads are particularly well built and easy for us, and would be a particularly good choice to find our way on.
Yeah, definitely. So you guys can use that additional bonus from the truck for one of the things that each of you are doing for the vehicle. So Alice, you can use it, or you just talk to the rest of your group to determine who's going to use the additional dice.
Oh, okay. Because I can roll. I've got 10 on. That might be a good use of the dice if I were to roll it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many successes?
That's 2.
2 successes. Okay, so you know all about this old thoroughfare, and you know that there used to be a rail line coming right up, and so the rails are still there, but so no one really likes to go down that road at all, but the cars don't come through anymore. So you know that that'll be perfect. It'll give you a little bit wider berth for your truck, and you can go down that way, and it still keeps you on your route. So that means the rest of the 3 of you are free to do whatever you want to try and curtail the bikes and car from continuing to chase you. The motorcycles and car.
I think that Jack wants to, with all of these winding, narrow alleyways, Jack wants to try and maybe put them off, maybe assume that he's going to turn one way, but then he doesn't. That kind of thing, just to further try and lose them.
Definitely. Roll a cunning check.
Okay. That is a success.
All right, so you are able to successfully subvert them. And next person.
What does that subversion look like? Like, can I? Is that bike that was trying to pull me out still, like, on us? Or
oh, that no, that definitely disengages that bike from attacking you.
Okay.
And like they've like one of their shoulders has hit some protruding something.
Are they still giving chase?
They are still giving chase.
I feel like I should shoot at him, whichever one is most visible.
Do it. Yeah, you can shoot at either of the bikes.
Either of the bikes?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it still difficult?
No.
Okay. So 3 dice.
Yeah.
At 4. 3 hits.
Okay. So describe what taking out a bike looks like.
Yeah. So Jack kind of whips the truck around and gets some distance between us and them, and they're momentarily confused. And there's a moment on this street that's nicely paved where it's no longer bumpy, and I'm leaning out the window and it's smooth sailing, and I get a bead on this motorcycle's tire, and I just shoot the front tire out, and it immediately, like, the front tire hits the ground and the whole bike just flips. So thanks, Jack, and
sending
Alex.
the 2 guys sprawling.
Yeah.
Great. Brendan?
I And this is me. I think I'm just laying in the back. I don't really think there's much I can do at the moment.
Okay.
About your shotgun, man.
I mean, I in a mechanical sense, I'm at 1 out of 12 health, but in a narrative sense, I feel like I've been shot.
Okay, never mind.
A lot. I mean, that's just my thoughts. I could.
Maybe
Yeah.
difficulty or something. A little harder to shoot. I don't know. Okay, so maybe there were like some bootleg jugs of like whiskey or something in this truck.
Yeah.
And I think Brennan's gonna take a swig and just like throw it at the car behind him if that's still coming.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead and roll a grit, and that's like a handheld weapon.
2 over 9.
So that was to the car?
Yeah.
So you are able to splash it on the car, and like flames as it crashes and spills whiskey all over the hood. Flames start to spread across the hood. And they are still just barely in pursuit, and they are going to, in an all-out last-ditch effort, try to like ram themselves right into you. And they are flailing and only nick the side of the truck for one success, killing themselves. And the bike jumps through the flame wreckage of the car that just tried to take you guys out, and is using it as a ramp to try and land the motorcycle right in the back of this truck. And that's going to be pretty difficult. And that is a success. So it crashes into the crates in the back of the truck, dealing one success to the truck. And you guys have navigated through all of these tight alleyways, and have finally found a nice open road. There's no traffic on this road whatsoever. And it leads down you straight to the bridge that you need to cross the Thames to get to the hospital.
All right, so Jack.
Sorry, go.
No, Jack would continue driving.
This open road. You see the classic orange cones kind of dotting the open road in front of you. And this is going to require 3 successes to get across this stretch. And there's just a bike or a motorcycle in pursuit of you, or that is actually in your back.
So is it pretty close behind us?
No, it's in the truck now.
Oh, that's right. It's in the truck.
With Brennan.
Yeah, seems like Brennan's problem.
That's not good.
So 3 successes to get across the open road, basically.
There's cones.
Wait. Yeah, you see the orange cones kind of dotting. It's a long stretch,
Right.
so you can't really see but it seems it's weird that it's got no one on it.
Not weird if yeah. I totally get it. I don't, but I understand what I need to do.
Yeah.
Alice's knowledge of Pulp Fiction quick to tell her that the bridge is out. They're to fly across this bridge, and however fast this truck will go.
Yeah, so is Alice going to make a knowledge roll first?
Yes, Alice make a knowledge roll. And so that's a success.
And so you're not using the vehicle bonus?
Yeah, I forgot to use the vehicle bonus too. Oh man, that's a failure. Oh, well. One success.
Okay, so that's 1 out of the 3 required successes for this environment. And yeah, you can definitely tell Jack, like, this road is definitely under construction. Watch out. I think they are redoing like the sewer system or something. So you got to look out for big holes. Stay on this side of the road or something.
Jack is going to speed up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So go ahead and just roll a grit check to just plow through whatever is coming.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's actually 1 success, surprisingly.
Nice.
With my grit of 3.
So you are just fully focused, hardwired, dodging any construction hazards, and you see in front of you that raised bridge, and you are not even afraid. You're going full bore right towards it. Brennan and Callie, what are you guys going to do?
Brennan leans up. He pulls out his small pistol. If there's anything that I'm good for around here, I'm gonna shoot behind us as well.
You mean to the guy that's like inside the back of the truck with you?
Yeah.
He's right there. If
I
that
guess
changes anything you want to do.
I'll punch him instead.
You're going to punch him instead?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Only 1 success, though.
Okay. You punch him and he like kind of like falls back into the wreckage that he just created.
Can we see into the back of the truck from the cab, or is it blocked off by? Is it opaque, or is there like a window that we can slide open and talk to Brennan?
You're like hanging out the window. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can definitely communicate with him, and then you
Can I
can
shoot the guy back
probably see. That would be difficult, but yeah, you could. Just keep in mind that right now you have 2 out of 3 required successes to complete this environment.
So I can still try to help get that. Okay. I thought like only one person could attempt the car thing.
No.
Person can roll the car dice. So I'm going to definitely try to guide Jack on what he's doing with this vehicle, and maybe that even takes the form of like grabbing the wheel or something, like helping to navigate this. somehow.
Okay. It seems like you're trying to rely on maybe instinct.
I mean, it kind of seems like that sort of situation. I don't see how I'm going to deceive this bridge or outwit it necessarily. Unless I can somehow take over the vehicle from Jack.
I don't think you.
I don't,
I mean, you can definitely tell him like
Yeah.
which spot on the bridge to hit
Yep.
to try and
Yeah, I'll try to zero it in
launch the
for him and help.
furthest.
So which skill check is that, you think?
Go ahead and check knowledge.
Okay. So that's a 4. I got a 10, so that's a fail. Time to go.
It's probably not going to be that bad. So, you guys are barreling full speed ahead. You see that the bridge is raised, and you see what ship is like sailing underneath the bridge to cause it to be raised. You think at this speed you're going to be just fine, and you launch, and there's nothing wrong with your launch, but the drawbridge keeps going up, and if it stayed, maybe you would have made it seamlessly, but now you have to take 2 more hits on your truck before you land on the other side.
That's not so bad.
And the chase is now over.
I can imagine it's quite a bumpy landing, kind of throwing Brennan in the back all about.
Yeah, and if Brendan weren't laying down, he would be thrown out of the back just like the other guy was, Lobster. Probably when you launched is when he fell out. The initial, like, pump. So you guys can make it to a hospital.
I think as soon as that happens and Jack realizes that they're not being pursued, he lets out this whoop of triumph.
Yes, yes.
Nice.
Alice slaps him. Fantastic. Excellent job. Well done.
Callista will comment that this is probably worth a lot more than $5.
Well,
Just saying.
Come and join our crew, and
Callista,
we'll share
you
the treasure with
probably
you.
think that the mob is following you
Yeah.
because
That
you're the
seems
one that,
reasonable.
I mean,
Yeah, I overheard the conversation.
mhm. So you should feel relieved that you escaped.
Yeah.
You've heard of people who sell information to Abigail getting, Amelia getting,
Amelia,
reaching rather unsurly ends.
Well, I'm definitely glad to have some folks around to help protect me now. Yep. All right.
Do you want to come with us? We have an important task to do. There may be treasure.
Yeah. Yep. There's nothing else on my calendar. Sounds like this stuff might be pretty good too. I say we go get it.
Let's make sure that Brennigy boy there in the back isn't bleeding out too much.
Yeah, hospital stop first, I suppose.
Yes. At least before we take off.
Yeah, Jack's gonna head over to the hospital.
So you hit a bump and another tire falls out and rolls down the street.
So you're able to make your way to the hospital, and the hospital will treat this ragtag crew no problem, but they will insist that you stay until you are capable enough of heading out into the world. And so that will be until you are at half health. And you regain health equal to your level every day.
Okay. So I'll be healed in 1 day, but before we like stop at the hospital, can I like mask our location somehow? Can I like move the truck somewhere to like make it so that the mob doesn't know where we are?
Yeah, go ahead and roll cunning.
Success. 1 success.
All right, yeah, you're able to actually ditch the truck if you'd like.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's probably wise since they know what it looks like.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You know where
Harry
to
can
park
bring
it
our car.
on the docks, no problem.
Okay.
Harry's my husband.
Oh yeah. Call Harry.
So
Harry.
the rest of you, what would you guys all want to check into the hospital, or are you just checking Brennan in, or?
It would only take 1 day for me to be up to half health, so.
Oh.
I'm not actually that bad.
A day there that would
health.
get.
No,
How about Brennan?
I would have to stay for 2.
You'd have to stay for 2.
Okay, how did the health go up again? Make sure I get.
So you can regain health equal to your level every night, every day.
To my level, which would be 4.
So I think that that's actually a good place to probably call it for tonight. Having you guys spend however long in the hospital you want to regain health. Then
can someone steal some more morphine?
Oh yeah.
These are like things before the next session.
Steal all the morphine we can find.
That's a good point. I don't feel like I need hospitalization. I'm at 7 out of 11, so I'll heal overnight. I'll happily go try to steal morphine to give to Brennan to get him up faster. If you need
bandage him up and we could break him out.
If only that was how medical treatment worked.
Go.
They just keep stabbing me with morphine, and it's like, are you better? I have no idea.
Well,
yeah, that's how it works. Brennan, you need 2 days in the hospital before they'll let you leave, before you're at half.
Yeah, it's your level every day.
So if we give you more morphine, can we get that to just overnight?
Yeah, you can pay for you can acquire morphine.
So like buy it or
wouldn't you be able to buy it? Like, because it's
you can
like that and heroin. Okay. Like now, like during that time, it was like just available.
Yeah, so you can buy.
I'm trying to heal my wounds, not become dependent. I have to go to Egypt. I can't just develop an addiction here in 2 days.
So you can trade like 1 item for morphine, or you can try to like convince someone to give you it, or you can pay cash for morphine.
Since I already had it, would it be gone once I used it?
Yeah, it's not like you can refill the prescription.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured when I erased it. I'm gonna try and convince a nurse to give me some morphine.
How?
I am a world adventurer, and I gotta get out of here ASAP.
Renown. Give me a renown check.
But
I'm totally gonna fuck this. Yeah, 6/9 or 6/3 rather.
Yes. Looks like you could use a little bit of help. Check-in is right over there, sir.
I planned on it. I need morphine too.
We will
I like-
administer that to you here. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I mean, can I just try to straight up steal some? Like, go find a storeroom and like just like, actually,
someone had money.
I don't think I had any more money.
Oh, I thought you had 3.
Jack had some money.
Somebody had 3 monies. Jack, okay. But then, of course, we may need it for other things.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Jack likes it that much, Brendan, yet. Sorry.
To be honest, I wasn't asking.
Yeah.
I was there.
No,
I mean,
yeah.
if I could try to like blend into the background and maybe even like put on a like walk through a door, find like a lab coat and swing it on real quick,
This is
and then hit up a storeroom and grab morphine and go.
So
They
you're
don't even
you're
have
think-
badges in this time frame. You wear a stethoscope and you're official.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm like I feel like I'm trying to leverage cunning, but also like I don't know if the earring goes in here if I can blend.
that
It's more
only
like I'm
lets
hanging
you
out.
gain information.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah.
that. It's not like a stealth. It's just
Yeah.
lets you gain information unseen. So it is kind of like stealth, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So you could use cunning to try to dress up as a doctor and fool your way into getting morphine.
That's what I want to try to do. Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and use cunning.
Ooh, that's a 1.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you are able to successfully convince someone that you are a doctor, like a nurse, that you are a doctor and you need morphine. So she will go and grab 1 thing of morphine for you.
Cool. Then I inject it into Brennan right in his neck.
Not.
Runs at him.
Anyway,
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so that takes some time to do also.
Right.
So
But does that get him down to 1 day at the hospital instead of 2 before they let him go?
yeah.
Cool.
All right.
okay.
That was the goal.
So I could use a day at the hospital also. So
Yeah.
So like the rate to determine how many days is based on your regular health to half level, but you'll heal 2 times at the hospital. There's got to be some benefit to being in a hospital rather than just doing it at your house.
Yeah.
So instead of like gaining half health, that's just the time that it would take to gain full health, and they won't let you leave until you have full health.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
I guess.
I mean, obviously, I'm making this up as we go. Sorry, guys, but
Right.
That makes
Oh,
sense.
that's okay.
so in that case, it would only take you 1 day, Baron, to get to full health. Cool.
So it's like essentially the hospital does like double healing to just
Yes.
staying at home and yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So Allie will voice like her concern though about doing this is that, well, okay, we talked about the freighter. What does she know about its schedule? Is if we stay at the hospital overnight, are we going to miss the freighter with the loot in it?
Yes. Yes. If you stay at the hospital
dang.
overnight, you will miss the freighter.
That's my concern about spending time here.
So how much give him? If I can look that up. How much health does morphine give you?
Morphine gives you 3 health.
Would it be imperative for us to be on this freighter or just to end up in the same place this freighter is going?
We just need to know where it's going.
Okay.
Does Callie know where it's going?
I don't know.
Callie knows where to find out where it's going.
I can basically direct Jack to where he can bribe someone to find that information.
Yeah, because I don't think Jack would go to the hospital, so I think during that time he'd find out where it's headed. He'd use that time.
Okay.
Yeah. So the 2 of you together can make a renown check. And with 1 success, you'll know some information. With 2 successes, you'll know more information.
Okay. And I get another die because I have this thing called a black book. So I can roll 1 additional die when looking for someone.
I rolled a failure, so it's on you, Jack.
All on you,
That's
Jack.
a double 4, which is a success.
All right. So you know that freighter is bound for like a southern Italy port.
I think, yeah, I can just imagine Jack just after this barging into Brennan's room as he's like getting up to leave. Just, ever been to Italy, pal?
And
yeah,
that's where it'll just like cut.
Great.
So we're gonna pick this up hopefully next Wednesday if everyone's available. If you guys are also okay with it, I think I said it would be 3, and I always underestimate. It would be great if we could do 4 sessions.
I would be able to next week and the week after. On the house Monday next week, but we can't do anything until after the 15th. So I'm not sure what's going on with my schedule after that, but I could sure try. Yeah, if you guys could finish without me too.
Okay, yeah. We will figure that out.
Go crazy here.
Understandable.
I'm not.
Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah, well, all right. I'm gonna segue us out of here. Thank you, everybody, for paying us the view, getting to playtest Philip's TreasureQuest system, pulpy adventure hit where you're not supposed to kill everyone. I, as well as you all have just heard, that we're going to try for next week. So, come hang out with us. I'm gonna go ahead and do outros the same way we did intros. So Carol, go ahead and start us off.
All right. Yes, I am once again Dunsters and Dragons. I'm playing Alice, Dr. Alice, Egyptologist and scholar extraordinaire. And running this for us, Philip.
Megan.
Hey, I'm Megan. I am one half of the YouTube channel Dice on Ice, and yeah, I love this. This session in particular just felt so much like a very, very typical like Indiana Jones chase scene, but I love the twist you put on it, that it's, you know, kind of downtown Britain. So that was really cool. So I'm really happy to be a part of it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Justin, you want to say something?
Yeah, sure. No channels for me. I DM a home game for 5e and play board games with Philip. And yeah, I'm glad to have Callista Cora here. She'll inform you that she is a smuggler. She's a Greek gal with a lot of cunning and a lot of experience on the Mediterranean, moving probably a lot of illegal stuff. And I look forward to helping you track some of that stuff down next week.
And finally, Philip.
Yeah, thanks, guys. This has been great. Playtesting this system. I appreciate you guys going through the ringer with me, and I'll collect your feedback offline. Thanks for hosting the game, Baron.
Never a problem. So until next week, we will see you then.